What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Simon from Grant's Lawn Care, and it is Thursday, February the 13th, and I'm finally able to pick the camera back up and do a video that I was trying to do for the longest. So let's not prolong it. Let's get to it. I'm gonna mention this really fast. If you have not done so already, please decide to subscribe to the channel. Shout out to all my new subscribers within the last couple of days here. I really appreciate you guys joining the Grant's Lawn Care journey. I'd appreciate it if you take a look back through all my videos from start up into present if you have the time to, or even just skim through them, and see where my journey started up into present. Just a quick background: I started lawn care back in late 2019, I think early 2020, right around the COVID time. I was going from a full-time job, transitioned over to running a lawn care business. And to present day, here I am 5 years later, still learning, still enjoying doing what I'm doing, being a business owner, and proving to myself that, hey, even somebody who didn't have a thought about being a business owner, hey, you can do it with hard work and dedication. So guys, not to sound preachy, to get off this soapbox, let's jump into what this video is really about. We are about to talk about the Scag Liberty Z here, on the 400 plus hour mark, and my thoughts on everything that I recently just got repaired and actually serviced for the 2025 season. So here in my hand here, guys, I'm gonna start off with two of the smallest things on the motor that can really give you a headache. However, these are not in bad shape. This is actually the second set of spark plugs that I've put on the mower since I've had it, and they really aren't really bad. Matter of fact, these are about to be a year old since I put them down on the mower, looking back at my repair sheet that I have in here in my shop for the mower. So these are actually almost a year old. Matter of fact, on the 20th of February, which is a couple of days from now, these are a year old, and they're not really, and I'll get closer, hopefully the camera does justice, they're not really in bad shape, and I didn't have any problems out of them leading up into now. But the person that serviced my mower, they just went ahead and serviced and put on everything that they normally do when they service other mowers. So guys, matter of fact, hold tight here. I actually have one of the original spark plugs out of the mower, and as you can see, other than the dust and the dirt from being in the draw, it really wasn't in bad shape either. I didn't even have any cranking problems out of the original ones. But as tradition goes, as you go along servicing things, you kind of do preventative maintenance on things. It's just out of habit. But guys, we will dive right on into this video. Forgive me if I get tongue tied. This is real time. Normally I do a voiceover, but here today, finally, like I said, get to pick the camera up to shoot a content video for you guys. It's been a couple of days, and I'm gonna just give you a quick review of my mower. Again, the Scag Liberty Z 48-inch cut. Right about 5 years old with me. This mower right here has been great. It's one of the high-end residential mowers. It's right before you get into the commercial grade stuff, guys. And for what I've done with it over the last couple of years, great mower. If I had to buy it again, I would. However, my next mower would still be a 48-inch, don't get me wrong, but it would be actually in the commercial grade kind with the Scag. So let's jump into it, guys. This mower right here, forgive me if this video is all over the place, but this is just something, I'm going to do as it comes to mind. This mower here, like I said, with it being a high-end residential mower, it does not have all of the grease fittings that your traditional, commercial mowers would have. Rather if it's grease fittings for your wheel bearings, grease fitting for your spindles, grease fittings for your tires. I do have 4 grease fittings here around the deck lift that I'll show you guys here in a few minutes. But let's dive into this video because I don't really want to make it very long and lose the concentration of the audience. Guys, here in this box are my old spindles. As you can see, the wear and tear. I did have one spindle earlier in the season that I had to repair, actually replace, not even repair, because it was pretty worn out. It was actually rattling. And here is not going to do it as well, but this is the problem that I had with the one spindle that I had to replace earlier in the season last year. because when it was on the mower, of course it's tightened down, but I would grab this and it was wobbling left and right freely on the actual blade here on the end by the chute. So I actually replaced one, and when I took my mower to get it serviced, the guy recommended that I just go ahead and replace all three of them again, because like I said, with the grease fittings, I believe on the commercial mowers you actually have grease fittings on your spindles, that can give you a little bit more prolonged life. In these, there's no grease fitting. There's no way I can actually add more grease to it. And one of the things he asked me was, when I get ready to clean my mower, how do I do it? And I told him, at the end of a day that I'm cutting, I'll blow it off. Traditionally blow it off, get the debris off of it, and call it a day. However, sometimes, once you've been in a nasty client's yard, whether it has dog poop in it, whatever the case may be, mud, you're gonna go there and you're gonna wash your mower off, right? So with this type of mower, we're not having a whole lot of grease fittings, and forgive me if I'm not, saying this, 100%, properly, you for the geeks out there that, really into this stuff, it would get the water down into certain areas, and these things do come with some type of grease in them, oil, whatever the case may be, and that water from washing it off will get in here and actually, disintegrate it to the degree to where it's not doing what it's supposed to do. It'll make it weak per se. So one thing that I'm going to try to do less of this year is putting a lot of water around the mower, just to try to get a little bit more prolonged life out of things like these spindles here and my wheel bearings. Like I said, on the traditional mower, the commercial mowers, you have grease fittings for your wheel bearings. I've had to put 2 sets of wheel bearings on this mower. I think I did a video before. Both front tires have new, yet again, wheel bearing sets that were placed in them because they just wear out. They wear out so fast, and you don't want to eat that tubing out on the inside and have an even worse problem. But if you guys can see here, this is pretty much what the inside of the wheel bearing looks like. This is the old one. Can't tell you which tire, which piece came out, what part came out of. I couldn't tell you, I wasn't there. But anyway, guys, as you can see, the inside of one, if you haven't before, that's my wheel bearing, spindles. Guys, this is the second air filter that I've actually had to put on the mower here. And I'll get a little bit closer. It actually gives you the date on here when it was, made and where it was made in China. It's a 2021. Like I said, this is the second air filter that I put on there myself. As you can see, it is dirty. I used this mower up into the point of before I took it to get serviced. So it really does have a bunch of dust and everything in it. This right here is one of your main parts of your mower, guys. It's the filter that, your engine relies on to keep it clean. Like I said, when I'm done cutting, I try to blow it out with the blower as best I can. Get all of the dust, debris, and grass and everything off of it to keep it running. I do actually still have the original filter that came on the mower when I bought the mower. And it actually has, a Kawasaki. There's your part numbers right there, made in USA. Pretty much the part numbers. So if you need a filter for, a Kohler engine, Kawasaki deal, whatever, there you go. Like I said, this is the very first filter I had on the mower. It is filthy. It is crazy dirty. Some of this is from when I blow my barn out. It sits in the open, so a lot of that trash and stuff falls down on it. And a lot of this is still from cutting grass and mowing. So, hey, it is what it is. There's a brand new one on the mower. I'll give you guys a quick walk around with the mower. Like I said, I don't want to really prolong this video too long, just to keep, you guys' attention. One of the main things that I had to get taken care of on the mower this season, and I don't think it was gonna fail me, but however, I do think that eventually it was gonna be time. Maybe a lot of you, once you watch this video, if you make it this far, this is the original belt, guys. 400 plus hours on the mower. This is the original blade belt from the mower. And it may have gotten me through this season. It may not have gotten me through this season, but I'm pretty impressed with as much that I've done cutting wise. You know, and as you can see here, you know, that's not how that's supposed to be. But for 5 years, 400 plus hours, this belt may have gotten me maybe a good ways through the start of this season before it actually really started to fall apart. Or it could have gotten me through the complete season, you know. But anyway, guys, you know, don't want to beat that too much into your head. But guys, all in all, I love this mower. I can actually say I truly love this mower for what it is. I haven't had very many issues out of it. If you watched a couple of videos back, I ended up replacing my key ignition on it, because what I didn't really pay attention to, I just needed to get my mower back going, was the trash and debris gets in here. Also, when I wash the mower, the water gets down in this as well. That's a big no-no that you don't want happening. And what happened was I took my key out of my mower when I went inside of some place to get something to eat, I think it was. And I went to try to get it back in here, and it would not go in there at all. It was giving me a hard time. Luckily, I was done with the cutting. When I got home, I tried to get it in there. It still wouldn't do anything. So I ended up getting another ignition, putting it in there, and went to working. The same thing was starting to happen with that one. So I was a little bit more careful when it came to taking the key in and out of that one, so I wouldn't run into that problem. But all in all, guys, the video that I saw about that key ignition is you can get you some canned air or take you an air compressor, blow down in there. You can get just a little bit, and please don't say this is coming 100% from me, because I watched YouTube to get repair help. But spray a little bit of lubricant oil down in there, put your key in there and wiggle it around, and it can break it back free. So that's why I didn't quite get rid of this yet. I may not even use it again, but I still have it just in case I have a problem with that one. I can try that fixed remedy with this and keep me going. But guys, I don't really want to prolong this video. I'm gonna wrap this video up by just showing you where the parts and everything are, how they look new. Matter of fact, I'll do that here, you know, as I wrap the video up. But all in all, guys, all new hydro oil in the mower, another brand new, you know, gas filter. You know, I put another battery in here earlier in the season. Matter of fact, about 3 or 4 months ago now to present, I'll show you guys the actual hours, which is 486.6. All new oil, all filter, everything on this mower is pretty much in line and ready to go out into the field this 2025 cutting season. To get back to those grease points I was telling you guys about, there's one here. There's one way back here. I got my finger on. You guys may not see it, but I'll try to point it out right here. And the other grease fittings here. And if you might can see, let me see if I can get the camera quite turned to it right about, oh, let me see, this is not easy. Right here. There it is, right there at the end of this. And it's dirty, but you know, hey, as you guys can see, new deck belt, and hopefully here you guys can see all the way across how clean those brand new spindles are. Those blades, pay those though, never mind. I just didn't change the blades yet from the grass season. But all in all, guys, as I wrap this video up, as you can see here, there's no grease fittings on the tires. You know, it is what it is. I do have to look into maybe replacing these. I think these have seen way better days. They got a lot of play in them. That's something that I didn't mention when I was getting the mower service, but that's something I can do myself. But all in all, guys, you know, as I wrap this video up, this has been a great mower again. And you know, for the price that I paid for it and for the money that I've actually made using this mower. I'll say I'll do it again, but honestly, my goal is to get a commercial grade mower in the same size, a 48-inch sit down mower. I know a lot of guys like standards or whatever. Hey, it's your choice or preference on what mower you like, but my next mower would be a commercial grade Scag, and or I'm still thinking a little bit about the Toro, but I've been with this Scag for so long. This is what I'm probably going to continue to rock with brand wise. But all in all, guys, great mower. High-end residential. I'm gonna finish getting this mower ready probably eventually within, like I said, a week or two from now, because I plan on starting to cut on March the 7th on my commercial property. Because if you go by there right now, those ugly weeds, they're there. And that's a good sign of, hey, it's time to get out there and start making some money to keep that property looking good. So guys, one more thing I think I'm going to try to get this season that's a little bit more price worthy, and that's just another commercial grade weed eater. More than likely 99% I'm going back with the Red Max brand. Love this Red Max weed eater, and also the Doran script. I will not buy another weed eater without getting another Doran script. Those things are game changers. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that 400+ hour review on this Liberty Z Scag. If you have any other questions, drop them down in the comments, and I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. As I stated in another video, I don't get to my comments immediately. I try to let the video go by and give it just a little bit of time to actually acquire more views and more feedback. So usually within about a week or two, I'll go through my comments and give everybody a response and, you know, feedback and hear what they're saying to me, because a lot of you guys have given me good ideas, and like I said, YouTube has given me a lot of free knowledge on keeping a lot of things going on my own, especially when it comes to this, or just in general ideas when running a lawn care business. So guys, I don't want to keep this video going too long. I really appreciate you all my subscribers, all my new subscribers, those of you who have found yourself on this channel as of today. You know, do me a favor, if you like this video, if you like all these satisfying videos as such, hey, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, follow me on my journey, go back and look at some of my past videos and watch from where I started up into now. You know, a lot of people, you know, they'll see you at this point in your journey. A lot of people don't go back and look at, you know, where you started from, a lot of the hurdles you went through to get to where you are today. So a lot of people have a lot of interesting reasons as to why they went into lawn care or whatever they do as their own entrepreneur style. So guys, I'm out of here. Thank you all for watching the channel. This is Simon from Grant's Lawn Care. Catch y'all on another one. Hopefully the next time I drop a video, I'll be out there in the field on this Scag Liberty Z, getting to it. Peace. And guys, as I'm wrapping this video up, I just want to make a comment real quick that you can always find the generic brand of parts that you may need for your equipment. Just do your research, your Googles, and you can always find, you know, maybe a little bit cheaper in price things for your equipment. So a lot of my stuff that you see here on the mower that I was replacing, none of it was of the Scag brand, but it all, you know, worked out with the part numbers, and it could save you a couple of dollars here in the long run. So guys, be safe. Thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.